guys, so I'm really excited about this one, but before I get started I want to send out a very special thank you to CJ for actually sending this to me in the mail, because this is one that I really have wanted to try, but it's really hard to get your hands on it. Unless you go out to India or like South America, you're not going to find this in stores. But CJ was growing this actually in his backyard in Florida. This is a cashew fruit. Yeah. How crazy is that? Just like check this out. You get a nice gratuitous cashew fruit shot. Inside this shell here, you get the cashew seed, which we all know about. You take that seed and you roast it, and you can eat it like normal cashews. But what's tricky about this is that the shell in here, if you were to crack this open, there is a very nasty substance that is kind of akin to poison ivy. Okay, I believe they're actually related somehow. I read that somewhere. But like, yeah, if you mess around with this seed, if you were to crack this open and touch the seed inside, you're going to break out in all sorts of nasty stuff. So it's kind of like a dangerous one to deal with, but also these are more prized because these, you know, are what people want. You can send these out internationally. The apple, it's not going to last. So in places where these grow, people do eat the apples, but usually the seed is already gone. What people do with the apples is usually not eat it straight out. It's supposed to be kind of astringent, especially like on the outer bit. But you can eat it. Usually it's cooked. You can steam it and then eat it, and it's supposed to get rid of some of the astringency. And you can juice it, you can freeze it, you can make jams out of it, you can make chutneys out of it. These do grow, you know, in India. A lot of these are in India, so it's popular in chutneys there. In Brazil, it's more used for juices, and you can make a liquor out of it. Well, this is what you call an accessory fruit, okay? So this guy here, this little mass on it, is called the accessory fruit. Botanically, a fruit is what surrounds the seed. So this is technically the fruit. The shell that is around the seed would technically be the fruit, but this little mass that is attached to the seed is the accessory fruit. Blows your mind, doesn't it? But yeah, so let's see. I'm going to be very careful not to do too much with this guy here, just because it is difficult, but I believe you can touch it. Normally what you do is you just twist it off. There we go. Just pull that guy out like that. Now if I were to kind of like monkey around with it, I would be in trouble. So I'm just going to put this aside, and there's what you got. You know, it's pretty juicy. I'm getting like little drips everywhere. On the inside, it kind of looks a little bit like a mango almost. These are actually related to mango, so it might have a mango-ish kind of flavor to it. The smell of this is very odd. It smells like gasoline. A little bit like cashew nuts, but yeah, a lot like gasoline. Maybe a little bit like mango too. So this actually reminds me of the, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, meringue, which I had in the Philippines, because that also gave off a really pungent gasoline funkiness, and this has that. Not as strong, but it's still there. Okay, now I heard the outer bit is astringent, so I'm going to start by just taking a bite on the inside. I got like a nice hairy tongue right now. But the flavor isn't bad. It does have a very like nutty kind of flavor, similar to the cashew nut, but also has like kind of like a vegetable-y kind of flavor to it, a little bit like peppers. like bell peppers. Very sweet. A little creamy tasting. Stringy. But it's pretty refreshing. It tastes like a fruit punch, like a tropical fruit punch with mango as the key ingredient. But because it's so sweet, it tastes kind of like a manufactured mango drink. It's a little bit of a chore to eat this just because of how astringent it is and how stringy it is. But I can see why this is popular as a juice. You take this and make a juice or a jam or an alcohol out of it. It has a really nice flavor. So to break this down, here's what I'm getting. Okay, take strawberries, bell peppers, some cashew milk, and some mango and some sugar, and blend that together, and that's what you get. There's like a vegetable taste, a mango taste, a creamy taste, a nutty taste, but all in all, it's pretty good. I would definitely use this again, but I would utilize it another way. I would put it in a different juice, or I'd make jam out of it or something like that, just to kind of cut down that astringency. But once you get rid of that astringency, the flavor is really, really interesting. It's a complex taste that takes a lot of things that are really good and puts them all together. Just out of hand, it's a little bit of a chore. Because why the hell not? I'm going to use the little bits of cashew apple that I have, and I'm going to try making a very small amount of juice out of it. I know it's not a lot, but this is all I have, so let's, I don't know what to do with it, so I'm going to try mushing it up, blending it. See, a lot of juice actually came out of it. There's like hardly anything left, and there we go. The astringency is not as bad. There's still like a little bit there, less sweetness. I mean, it added water to it, and the problem with adding water is, although it takes away the astringency, it also takes away a lot of the flavor. So it's much milder now. It tastes just kind of like, I don't know, there's a light flavor, kind of like drinking like coconut water. It tastes mostly like water, with like a little something extra in there. Still good. It's got like this similar kind of like nutty, creamy taste that the fruit does, of course, but I mean, it's kind of like, it's pleasant to drink. Like, I actually quite like this. A lot of people will make this and then mix things into it, like other juices or condensed milk also. That'd actually be really good. That would work with the creaminess of it, I think. But since I know there's a lot of vegans watching, a lot of vegan viewers out there, we're going to do this the vegan way. I'm going to add some lime juice. Yeah, right on. That was pretty good. It's something definitely worth working with. On its own, maybe not the best thing in the world, but if you're looking for something to mix with into a juice or a cocktail or make something out of it, cashew fruit is certainly a good way to go. I like this with the lime. I can even I would add even more to it and make like a nice like tropical fruit blend. It certainly would work well with other tropical fruits. It would work well with coconut really well. It would work with mango really well. It'd work with like berries really well. Definitely worth utilizing if you're willing to put a little extra work in and make some juice out of it or something. Hey guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Destin from the channel Smarter Every Day. Smarter Every Day is a pretty popular YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, it's about this guy. He travels around in the pursuit of science. So, you know, if you like what I do with fruit, he's kind of doing it with everything else. So, you know, check out his channel if you haven't seen it already, because it's really, really cool. I'm already hooked on it. He contributed to my Patreon page and would help me out a little bit for the next few months. So if you are want to help out too and make my series grow even bigger, just click on this screen or go to the description below and click on the links to go to my Patreon page where you can find out more. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.